First spar you've had in a while, or?
No, I've been doing some work with him. He's a cruiserweight.
Is he really? Yeah.
Yeah. He's a big lump, Chris. We gutted you called him light heavyweight. He's 90+ kilo. No, he's done a bits and pieces with him over the years anyway. But he's going to be a great addition for me this camp because he trains with us. So we're using him a lot. Might end up being like chief sparring partner. But
do you think because he's like Callum Smith particularly?
Yeah, I mean there's a lot of similarities. Obviously the size is similar. Obviously he's a lot heavier, a lot thicker, a lot denser. But it's difficult to find super weights with sort of Smith's frame. He's more of a light heavyweight, maybe even bigger. So yeah, we look to find guys who are still relatively quick, like William Smith, but also have the size. So they're few and far between, but we're lucky we've got one already on hand.
When it was announced last week, you got a date finally because there was a bit of a contention regarding a shoulder injury. It raised a few eyebrows that the venue was Saudi Arabia. How do you feel about it?
Yeah, I mean, it's not ideal, and I feel for fans, lots of my family and people who always come to my fights are gutted because it's just, even if they come, it's not going to quite be, as good as,
And you won't get as many.
Yeah, but when we signed up for the tournament, that was one of the things that was sort of out of our hands. My impression was that the seeded fighters get home advantage in the first round, which is what I had, but then it sort of goes to the tournament's discretion, and they want to build a global brand, and they've decided that Saudi Arabia is the place to go for the super middleweight final. And I respect that decision, and that's fine. If it's a problem for the Smith camp, that's their problem. We'll make plans and be ready. That's what we've done already.
Talking about your semi-final, your level of dominance over Eubank was almost embarrassing and stark from his point of view. Was it an easier fight than you thought it was in terms of your class gap?
No, I think that's what we felt going into it. That's what I was confident of. That was the impression that I got from our sort of sparring together that we've done over the years. Yeah. Like anything, it will give anyone a hard night's work if one, you can't do the fundamentals, and two, if you can't stay switched on. So I think they knew that I could outbox him, but they just didn't believe that I'll be able to do it for 12 rounds. He was comfortable. He was more than comfortable. So yeah, if you're not on your A game, then Eubank is definitely a hard night for pretty much anyone.
Because he's physical, yeah, but not very skilled.
Yeah, I've got a better jab than him. A lot of my shots I throw better than him. My footwork's better than him. Because of that, I can control the ring better than him. There's a lot. He just never had any ins on the night. But you have to, as I say, stay switched on because a mistake. He's physically strong. You don't want to give any free shots away with him because he has enough power and he throws punches in bunches. So if he lands one, he's going to keep punching. So yeah, obviously you have to stay switched on. But we knew that I can do that. I know I've done it before, and now I do it better than ever. I don't have any lulls throughout my fights. I stay focused, stay switched on. I stay in control, and that's what I did.
When you talk about switching off and getting caught, you've made me think of something. I don't want to dwell on the past, but that KO loss to Froch the second time, one thing I've noticed is it doesn't appear to have affected you negatively in any way whatsoever, physically, psychologically, nothing.
No, I mean it's the process of losing is not nice, and that took quite some time. The frustration of losing took quite some time because switched off. I know Froch steps to the left, sets it up with a long left hand, and then punches through the target with his right hand. And I walked into the shot with a low left hand, got caught, paid the ultimate price for it. But it's a strange one because you've felt more physically beat up from the first fight.
Well, can you clear something up for those ladies and gentlemen who might not have taken a shot like that? It doesn't hurt, does it? Well,
that shot tonight didn't hurt. You didn't feel it. You don't even know it's landed until you come to, and then you're wondering, have you been unconscious for a split second, 10 seconds, a couple of minutes? You jump up and look to the corner, and they're like, I was like, okay. So yeah, but the next day, I I had no symptoms of
no?
concussion or anything like that. So it was just a real clean, crisp shot me through.
Since you I'm going to get back to the future in a minute and let you go soon, but since you mentioned the first fight, I've never had a chance to speak to you about this. Respectfully, I happen to believe that you were on the verge of getting stopped anyway, but because it was a little bit early, it made a lot of controversy in a big rematch. But I'm sure I wouldn't be surprised to learn you think that you were beating him and on the verge of a great victory.
Well, yeah, of course it was. I mean, it was dominated from start even to finish. You know, he'd had sort of as Carl Froch does. He's got no quit in him. You know.
Yeah, but you weren't in trouble. You were very annoyed and you weren't in trouble, no? My perception wasn't right, no?
No, I wasn't. I wasn't in trouble. No, I mean, even hitting someone is tiring. So of course you're tired at that fight. At that stage, as well as he is. And I punch loose, you know, so sometimes I look more tired than I actually am. But nothing really landed. It was a diabolical stoppage, like everyone thought at the time.
And I stress it's only my perception. Yeah. I mean, I'm prepared to be corrected by the man who was in the fight. That was my impression of the fight at the time. All right, so in the event of beating Callum Smith and winning the Super Series, will you feel like a world champion on another level than previously? Having come to that tournament?
I'm not sure. Let's see how we feel. Obviously, the Ring Magazine title was added to up the ante. You've got I'm ranked #1 with Ring Magazine now. I truly believe I'm the best in the world. I think this will certainly cement that status to everyone else in the division. You know, in the sport, the fans. So that will be a nice way to sort of cap off this last 18-month period where I've gone out, won a world title and shown dominance. You know, I signed up for a tournament that everyone was welcome to sign into. The money supported it, the layout supported it. Usyk's come out now as the cruiserweight #1, hands down, no debates. You know, and I'm hoping, although I won't have all the belts, people feel the same way about me.
Last question: do you think we'll ever see a rematch with your big erstwhile domestic rival James Degale?
Yeah, maybe. I mean, if he's still around after this tournament, obviously he's just vacated his IBF, so he's looking for some big fights. The biggest fight he could possibly have is with me. Likewise, maybe in the same way. But I'm fully focused on the tournament for now, and then we'll see what's occurring after. But he's not really on my radar. I'm not too fast enough to I've beat him already. Got to deal with Callum Smith first, and then we'll see what people want to see.
Well, George, I wish you have a bit of luck with that. Thanks very much for making the time today.
Cheers, no worries.
And all the best.